chance maybe Alex could practice tomorrow?
He should be full go for practice tomorrow. Based on today, his rehab skate today went very well, and we expect him to be ready to go tomorrow for practice.
How about Eric Comrie?
Same. He's moved along real well. I mean, he was in practice today and was good, and it looks very promising that he's just about ready to play.
I know we spoke to it on the radio this morning, but I guess maybe is there a firmer timetable on Tage? Maybe like a month, you said, I think, or something.
Yeah, I think I said less than a couple months is what's expected. They asked if it was month to month or what long term meant, and is it more week to week? And it's more week to week. I don't have a target date for him yet, but I think I mentioned this morning we don't expect it to be 2 months, if that helps. But I don't have the specific from the doctors on exact recovery date on it, but it should be less than that.
Like, we know what you miss with him on the ice, but Casey was just talking about just missing him in the room and the personality and the jokes. I mean, just the interaction on a daily basis. Like, what do you guys miss there for not having him around?
Well, hopefully what we miss we can make up for. Obviously, we will miss him because of not only the player but the person you're mentioning. He has a real good perspective on things. He's an ultra competitive guy. That responds with compete and work ethic to any adversity. And obviously you cannot have enough of that at the professional level, at the NHL level. The more compete you get, the better you feel about everything as a coach and players. And he has been a big part of that, big driver in that area. So other guys will have to step up, and I think they recognize that.
Given the injuries and just the lack of lineup continuity, how encouraging was it to just see how Victor and Peyton played to sort of, start to feel good about their games again last night?
Yeah, very nice for, Vic to score a couple. Krebsy looked much, he had much better jump. And that's key. Injuries take you out of any continuity. We all want continuity. We all want consistency. And unfortunately, injuries really dictate that you don't have it. And in this case, Thompson now, it's been Tuck, it's Benson, missing other guys. Byro, scores 2 goals, comes up, and boom, he's hurt, the next day. So yes, it's a challenge, and it's definitely can disrupt rhythm and the continuity that you can only hope for at this point.
Is Peyton going to practice tomorrow? Is there a situation where he's going to meet you guys in Winnipeg?
He's going to meet us in Winnipeg. He had a family matter that he'll join us in Winnipeg.
Benson, is there a chance he plays on the trip?
There is, yeah. There's a good chance he'll play on the trip. So, and another guy we welcome back. Hopefully help that quest for continuity.
And Greenway, I know he blocked a shot last night.
Yeah, he's sore today. I would expect him to practice tomorrow and be ready for Friday. So it doesn't look like it's any worse than that.
How do you keep guys like Casey and Dylan and them from overstressing too much with Tage out of the lineup?
Well, it's certainly something you don't want to happen. You want them to get in the zone and stay in that, not try to do too much. Just do more of what you do and do what you do better, and that's what your focus needs to remain on, and rather than try to do more. We don't need guys to try to do more. Sometimes most of the time that's not a good thing. But in this case, you have to have, everybody has to have faith in the whole group, and teams win. Teams wear, if you play as a team, you wear on the other team. If you're ready to play as a team, you're ready to capitalize on chances. I think some of all of the challenges that you see with any team after any game, every coach in the league breaks down film. You're figuring out how to play better as a team. And when you lose a player like Tage, you can compensate by playing better as a team. And a lot of times your focus actually gears toward that more. So, we hope that's the case. And we do know we can play better as a group of 5 that are on that ice and 6 as the goalie. And we knew before this injury. We still haven't hit rhythm with that, consistency with that. And, despite the loss of Tage, the focus and commitment to what we need to improve on hasn't changed one bit in that regard. And that goes for Casey Middlestead and Dylan Cousins, who might feel they need to do more, or they don't.
In Dylan's case, though, it seemed like last night, to me, it seemed like he played pretty well, maybe better than he had been playing in a while. Now he's going to get an opportunity, he and Casey. Do you think that's going to help him all right, you're going to be a centerman for a little bit, and that maybe you'll get him more consistent in his game where he used to be?
Well, we'll see. The answer to that is to come. It's obviously in the future, but that is the objective. That is the goal. He'll have more situation time. He'll, the reasons we used him on wing was to get him with more scoring players. So we went on a wing with Thompson rather than have him on a centering line because we had injuries with guys that aren't as prolific at scoring, I should say. So even some of those moves in the past, we're trying to get him, going a little bit more. He did play much better last night. He looked better. He's getting used to that. It looks like he's getting more acclimated to that facial shield that kind of cuts your peripheral down low. You got to tip your head and hold your head a little different just to find the puck. And that's a big adjustment. I thought he's come through that much, much better. He looks better even in practice in that regard. And, he's a guy that's put a lot of pressure on himself earlier in the year, and he's finally starting to just breathe a little bit.
He said he has to maybe play faster than he's been playing. Did you see that last night? Maybe is that one of the reasons he was better? Did he play faster?
He did. He played with a little bit more jump and energy, and really the areas that I think he can be really, potent is just pressuring pucks. He can get on people quick with his speed and strength, and usually when he's going and his offensive game is going, he's doing that extremely well. They go hand in hand, because he's playing with that energy and that speed and tenacity, and he does have some finesse to his game as well with the skill he carries, and sometimes I don't want to say forget the other side of it, but you don't realize you're not playing with that pop and that aggressive puck pressure. And when you make people make mistakes, you can then, most of what happens in the NHL is teams take advantage of mistakes. Skill takes over, but it's after you force a mistake. That was the game last night. We made mistakes, they capitalized, vice versa. And I think for Dylan, when he's at his best, he's making people make mistakes, and then his skill takes over.